Hey, I'm Chris Van Vliet. Go behind the scenes and beyond the headlines with the biggest names in pro wrestling and beyond.
Jeff Jarrett, great to see you.
In this business, the story behind the scenes, so much more entertaining than what you see on camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
Mr. Heyman, you are a master at the little things. That's how you turn good into great.
What does it take to achieve greatness? Whatever it takes, I'm willing to do.
That's an Emmy-winning performance.
How about it?
Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
It is 10:34 here on Jocks. Every Wednesday, we get an opportunity to catch up with our good friend Brian Edwards, MajorWager.com. Also, you can follow his work, Vegas Insider. He joins us on the program. And Brian, before we start talking some college football, including your power index that came out on MajorWager.com and some other things, I wanted to go back to McGregor the other night. Just your thoughts, because you were talking to us about it last Wednesday, and a lot of people were very disappointed in that action on Saturday night. What do you have to say about yourself?
Yeah, no, it was very disappointing in general, but I had Max Holloway by TKO, and when you have an injury like that, that's ruled a TKO. So I won a little money, and I had Patty as well. My other picks did not do so great. I lost a heartbreaker with Terrence McKinney, who got stopped with like 2 seconds in the first round. He was winning for 4.5 minutes, had King Green all bloodied up. So that was a heartbreaker. And then Corey Sandhagen, I lost him. And then I see on Instagram yesterday a picture of his torn hamstring that he tore in the first round, which he lost 2-1 on the judges' scorecards. But I thought he won round one when he tore the hamstring, and two of the judges gave round one to the other guy. So I feel like I lost two heartbreakers, and I won two good ones, so it was about a wash for the night. But I do not believe that he was hurt going in, as people have speculated. I think he literally hurt himself on that first jumping switch kick, which, why the hell is he doing that? He's been out of the octagon 5 years. Why don't you just settle in and throw a couple jabs to start off?
I am curious because you told us last Wednesday that the best thing for folks to do if you wanted to play that particular match with McGregor, that you probably should wait to the very last minute. I'm just curious, right before the fight started, what was the money line on that?
Yeah, I was wrong on that. Well, the odds kept going. You know, Holloway started like minus 500. He was down to like minus 200 to 220 around when we talked, or maybe the next day, Wednesday, Thursday. I thought it would keep going down, but on late Friday and early Saturday, it actually jumped back up and ended up closing around minus 275 to minus 300 range.
Okay. All right. Well, we had a lot of people text in and talking about them tuning in Saturday night, and I immediately thought of you on what you told us last Wednesday. So
Conor McGregor makes that money though for that fight, right?
Yep, $30 million flat fee. So I mean,
$217,000. What was it? $217,000 a second.
I don't know. I think it was more than that.
$217,391.30 per second during the 69-second bout.
For $30 million?
Well, that was saying just at least the $15 million purse that he was guaranteed.
Oh, I thought he got $30 million flat fee. Maybe it was the $15 million to show.
No, but I think 30 altogether. So he still got paid though. You answered my question. Yeah. Wow.
Dadgum. Not bad.
He's made them a lot of money in the past. He shouldn't feel bad about that part.
Yeah,
like Nick Saban.
Very much so. All right, let's talk about the Brian Edwards at MajorWager.com. Let's talk about your power rankings here. And I know they've got a very easy schedule, but everyone in America believes that they will be able to traverse this schedule and have a very good year. Let's start at the top. You've got Notre Dame listed at number 1.
Yeah, but I mean, not because it's a prediction of their schedule. I would just make them favored over everybody, not by a lot necessarily, but on a neutral field right now. I mean, I don't really feel like they have a whole lot of weaknesses. Maybe the wide receiver room, but their O-line might be the best in the country. Their secondary might be the best in the country. Their linebackers might be the best in the country. I love C.J. Carr. I mean, obviously they're replacing two really good running backs, but I've heard Freeman talk on interviews. He feels good about the running back room. I still think they got plenty of talent there. The wide receiver room would be the lone concern. I wouldn't even really necessarily call it a weakness, but the defense is going to be nasty. I like this team a lot. I mean, look, they lost 2 heartbreakers by 4 combined points. The schedule wasn't that tough, but they absolutely destroyed everybody the rest of the way. 10 wins by double-digit margins, and they bring back 9 starters on defense and 7 on offense. So Notre Dame's my number 1 for now.
You got Indiana at number 2. We don't need to go through their cake schedule, but Indiana, they should be in the college football playoff. You got Georgia at 3 and Texas at 4. Why Georgia ahead of Texas?
Coaching advantage.
Okay.
Take that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think both rosters are super strong. I prefer Kirby over Sark. I hate Sark play calling in the red zone. I'm just not really sold on him as a head coach.
No, I'm
but
with you.
he's loaded. I mean, they got 4 guys that are probably going top 15 or top 20 in the draft, and plenty of talent everywhere else. But I would just give Georgia the slight edge. I'm pretty sure in my mind I was just doing head coaching department there.
Yeah, okay.
No, we don't debate that whatsoever. But it is interesting because you're 8 through 13, 6 consecutive schools in the row come from the Southeastern Conference. And just like Landrum asked you, the difference between Georgia and Texas, and you said coaching, you've got Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, LSU. I should say not 6 in a row because you got Texas Tech sandwiched in between LSU and Alabama, and then Bama at 13. The major difference between the Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, and LSU and Bama in regards to that pecking order.
Okay, I think Ole Miss has got the best quarterback. So Trinidad Chambliss, I'll take over Marcel Reed. So Ole Miss ahead of A&M. I have plenty of questions about Mateer. LSU, Levitt did not participate in spring. A lot of new pieces, although we know that Lane has shown that, he can get, most of his roster from the portal and get the chemistry and, get going. But, LSU 11. And then Bama, I'd have concerns about their O-line and their just running game in general. I still think Alabama's elite defensively. I think they might have the best secondary in the country. I think Keelan Russell's going to be pretty good, but, I haven't really seen a lot of him. So that I would say that's why Bama's behind those other teams. And then Tennessee is the next SEC team at 18. I've got questions about the quarterback position there. And, so what do you think? I got BYU and Washington pretty high. I'm pretty high on both of those teams.
BYU, I'm with you. Washington, I got a really good quarterback, but I don't hate it. My question for you was continuing with the SEC.
Who am I way overrating in your opinion?
I think Florida's good at 21. 22, South Carolina, I'm kind of scratching my head.
Right. I think they're going to be better on the O-line. I think the addition of Kendall Briles as OC, I mean, that's just so much better than Mike Shula, especially for Lenore Sellers. I don't think Lenore Sellers is going to be running for his life. I thought the defense was pretty good last year, and they bring back a lot on that side of the ball. And maybe Nick Harbor's finally going to reach his potential. But look, I'm not necessarily saying South Carolina's going to have a great season. Power ratings are just who I'd make favorite over whom on a neutral field. And I've got South Carolina 6-4 with 2 swing games. Swing games being A&M at home, big revenge game for them, but A&M has 2 weeks to prepare. And then I've got at Arkansas a swing game, which they probably win. So I'm thinking South Carolina wins 7, maybe 8.
I want to ask you about Auburn. We've talked about Auburn and Alabama's win totals. In your power rankings, you have Auburn right outside the top 25, coming in at number 26. I am curious, just your thoughts on the ceiling, maybe, for this Auburn football team.
Ceiling, I have them 5-4 with 3 swing games, so I think they could potentially win 8. I think the Florida-Auburn game is so huge for both teams and might decide both teams' season win total. I think that, for a guy like Byron Brown, who is taking a step up in class from the AAC to the SEC, obviously, but there's all the makings for it to be a pretty seamless transition. Same OC, same head coach. He's got 5 of his wide receivers, 1 of his tight ends, his starting center, who was all conference in the AAC last year. So, I mean, he's got his center. He's even got one of his running backs, although their running back room is so stacked. I mean, you get Bryson Washington's been the featured back at Baylor for 2 years. Cobb had a good year last year. And then Davenport, who comes from USF, had a really good freshman year. So I think they're 3 deep in the running back room. Even though they lost Cam Coleman and Singleton, man, 3 of those USF guys are 4-star transfers and were really good last year. So I think Auburn can be pretty good. They lost a ton on defense, but Xavier Atkins is one of the best players in the country on the defensive side, and they did a pretty good job in the portal, number 9 per 247 Sports in terms of the transfer-specific class. So, yeah, I think Auburn's going to be pretty good. I think 8's probably their ceiling.
Okay. I will leave you with a Florida Gator joke. What do you call a alligator in a vest?
Alligator in a vest. Help me out. I don't know.
An investigator.
Oh, my goodness.
Molly knew it. She was sitting on the answer. She was so excited.
Wow.
All right, that's it. Brian, we appreciate it, man. Great. Love the Power Index. Seriously.
Thanks, fellas. Y'all have a great week and weekend.
Plenty to talk about next week.
BYU, I've got bets on them preseason. We can talk about them next week.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Yes. We need to hit on the Cougars next week for sure. Thank you, Brian.
Cougars usually hit on you.
All right, guys. See ya.
They do.
All right. Go to Publix.
Not
See ya.
me. I meant
Brian.
probably Brian.
Yeah, that's where he goes. Lunchtime, Publix, and Destin.
Yes.
To hang out. All of our guests join us on the Higginbotham Hotline. You deserve solutions that are built for you. Higginbotham's your one-source solution for insurance, financial, and HR services.
If you need a roof you can count on, then you need to call Abide Roofing, 205-577-7338. Whether your roof has been damaged by a recent storm, it's showing signs of age, or you simply want the peace of mind to know that comes with a quality roof over your biggest investment you're ever going to make, and that's your home. Abide Roofing and Travis Lloyd, ready to help you at 205-577-7338. Abide specializes in roof repairs, full roof replacements like they did me, inspections, insurance claim assistance. Travis Lloyd and his experienced professionals use quality materials, provide honest recommendations, and stand behind every job they complete. Get started today. Go to their website, abideroof.com. From your first call to the final inspection, Abide Roofing puts you first every single time. I recommend them 100%. Also, Conrad Van Order had an emergency a couple weeks ago. Travis Lloyd is handling that with his insurance company for Conrad. So he can help you just like he helped us. 205-577-7338.
A couple of teams in the Power Index that Brian just gave us. Where they are, do we all agree where they are? We'll discuss it next on 3-Man Front.
Scrolling with Haley. Join Haley Caronia as she scrolls through the biggest headlines.
If you haven't watched this show before, we do blind reactions. I have not seen these videos, so I am seeing them for the first time with all of you. We're going to implement the tinfoil hat time segments and all the stuff you know and love. And I'm going to finish the show and answer some of your questions. Someone asked me what made you get into podcasting, and I was producing podcasts for other people. And I was like, I could do this for myself, and here I am.
Scrolling with Haley. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.